Amon-Ra St. Brown on center stage. He's in the top tier of the league, 50 receiving yards so far this season. It's the Lions and the Bears. All that and more coming up next.
Island as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears.
Brandon Gaudin joined as always by Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Bears in this one. Their run game has proven superior so far this season, but that could change this week because now they face the best defensive front in the NFL. It won't be easy for them, Charles, to let that ground game do the heavy lifting like they usually do.
I think you're right about that, and I'll guarantee they have a backup plan in place. I also don't think they want to shy away from what they do best, which is running the football. Maybe their style changes a little bit. Maybe the blocking scheme's different, but they're definitely going to test them in the run game before they abandon it.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl and came really within one quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
A quick throw there out to Williams. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Now Goff.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
On 1st down, it's gone. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
The Lions at 10-4 on the year. Now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way.
Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. Ficken's kick is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
To throw is Fields.
And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Out of the gun, Fields. Battled by the linebacker, but still adjusts and makes a catch.
A big play there on the catch and run. 69 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Herbert.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal. And they sent that play backwards.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal.
Touchdown, Bears!
Darnell Mooney.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Bears have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Well, down here, I thought they were going to hand that off. Instead, a well-designed play and the pitch and catch for the touchdown.
And I wonder who came up with it. Was it a call from the bench? Did the quarterback have a good idea and suggest saw something they liked in coverage, and they targeted for the short yardage throw?
And the perfect way to cap their opening drive.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase,
Oh, it springs free. Montgomery loses it. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
The numbers for Zeke from last week. 10 carries, 52 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd.
Now Fields.
And that is incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When those extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
They snap it to Fields. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Here's Elliott. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Elliott. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Buying time to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
No, Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal.
This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. Santos' kick is up and through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. He's airing it out for Williams.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. 10-3 our score after one here on EA Sports.
The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
That's caught by Montgomery. Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Running for it, Montgomery. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Here's Goff. Man open, here is Jones.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Off play action. Here's Goff.
And that nearly intercepted. The free safety rolling into position, almost had it, but it's 2nd down. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Play action. It's Goff.
He's got this complete to Williams.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 20-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7.
Montgomery back to the ground. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was
try to run it.
But he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Right back to him on first down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. With his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from drawing level. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy. Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chicago offense set to get started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy. It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Chicago. Ezekiel Elliott, 75 yards. And the Bears are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone. Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Takes it at the 7.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Wide open receiver complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Looking right sideline. That's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain there of 21 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response. And able to work his way down to the 16.
43 yards on the ground for him so far.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Goff now to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense, because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. David Montgomery taking it in from a yard out.
And the Lions are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points. This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone? 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields complete on the quick throw to Moore. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. To the air again, Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Santos' kick is up and through, and with that, they take the lead here 20-17.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The final shot before break here. Goff. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in everyone to this Christmas Eve edition of the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get to it. We'll begin up at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And it's the Raiders who have the lead in that one. Hunter Renfrow, a touchdown reception. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And it's the visiting LA Chargers who have the lead in that one at halftime. Justin Herbert with 2 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And that one all tied against the visiting Saints. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions, and they were able to have a little bit of success on the ground. The question will be, will they stick with it, or will they be throwing more?
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late-season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
Meanwhile, for the Bears, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter.
This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Here's Fields. Flush to his right. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
On second down, a run with Herbert.
And he is going to be stopped cold. Right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
John Kaminsky in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
So that's 3 field goals for him now, but heck, he's not even halfway to his career best of 7.
Seems like the 7 field goal games are the kind of games I always get assigned to in my other job. Let's hope for this offense's sake they can start cashing in on a few of these drives.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw is Goff. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
That may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Back to throw, Goff. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 18. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
From the red zone now, Goff.
And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down. 3rd quarter action, and we appreciate you spending your Christmas Eve right here with us. 2nd and 10.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Goff on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. This a 27-yard attempt here. Ficken's kick is good, and that will bring the deficit back down to 3.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Fields to commit there for a Chicago first.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in week 12. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
Fields. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done.
A very solid gain of 27. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Back to throw. Fields.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Back now at Soldier Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Fields on 1st down.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's brought down. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Fields now to throw.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Santos' kick is up and through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Here we go.
And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, and maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. And out across midfield down to the 45. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Goff now looks to throw. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's second down. Hands it off out of the gun. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 57 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. He showed his shiftiness and his explosion to take him all the way down near the goal line.
Love that description, and it creates momentum. Maybe you hand it to him again since he's got it going. Or do you...
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jared Goff. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. To throw is Fields. Able to hit his target, Claypool. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
The offense on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9.
Now Fields.
Steps away to his left. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Lions will take over.
Detroit's offense ready to take over.
A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now it's gone. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Bears take over.
So now Fields and the Bears down by 1. A little under a minute 50 remaining. Here's Fields.
A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score.
All eyes on Fields.
Eluding the pressure right.
Finding space at the 40.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
Now Fields.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1 yard gain.
Fields going to hurry his guys to the line. And that is dropped. Oh, my goodness. That could have been a game changer, but he could not hang on.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down.
Back to throw. Fields.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
Fourth down. Fields has to have this one.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. And they'll indeed take a knee. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Now this is fielded in the end zone.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen.